In this brand new episode, my whole goal is to light a fire under you for the last 90 days of 2020. Check it out. Hey there, grab your coffee and let's talk business. How to grow it, how to sustain it, and how to harness the wonderful World Wide Web to do it. With me, your host, Jennifer Sikowski. Let's get started. Hi, welcome to a brand new episode of Rainy Day Talks podcast. I'm your host, Jennifer Sikowski, and right now it's October 1st. Probably by the time you listen to this, it'll be next week, but this topic still applies. I want to know, what do you want? I know that sounds crazy. Hear me out. We are going into our last quarter of 2020. Can I get an amen? Right? Hallelujah. But I want to challenge you to change the focus, shift your perspective, and let's end on a high note. Let's not look back. Yes, it was rough. Yes, stuff happened. Yes, your business probably hit. My business was hit. Every business was hit. Nobody, I believe, was left untouched by what has taken place in the last 10 months. That's the reality. But we can shift our perspective, our focus to the positive and ending strong. Let's not survive 2020. Let's thrive in 2020. I said it. And I believe it. It's possible. But you have to decide, what do you want? If you follow me online, if you follow me in our Facebook groups, whether it's in Give Yourself Some Grace or within our RD Talks about my business, either way, you know I'm all about getting a plan, setting out your goals, defining what success is, and then get after it. So today, I cannot help but to pop on. I had these ideas of what podcasts we should be rolling out the last few months and how with our products, but no, I could not help it. We have to talk about this. If you felt like you have only survived 2020, then let's thrive this last quarter together. And here's some quick nuggets for you to just take away and apply it to your life, your business, your goals. But before I begin on those, I have to say this first. For you to succeed at this stage of the game of 2020, I believe it comes down to taking imperfect action. So what does that mean? That means that you take your goals and you get a plan and you do the plan without getting hung up on making it perfect, without knowing all the answers to each individual step of your plan, by just moving forward, taking one step, one stage at a time, without allowing yourself to get distracted about what it looks like, or maybe how others are perceiving it, or maybe how uncomfortable it is. Listen to me. If it's uncomfortable, you're absolutely doing it right. So that should be an indication that you have to press forward, because great things only come from outside of your comfort zone. It's from stretching yourself. So stop playing it safe and take imperfect action. And trust me, everything that I'm putting out here right now, I'm so convicted by, and I cannot wait to share what's to come. So what are some quick tactics, not really quick tactics, but nuggets that you can take away from today's episode and map out your last 90 days? So the first thing that I want you to do, decide what you want. What is it that will make the biggest impact on your business, your family, your home life, like whatever it is? Decide what would make the biggest impact. If I could just do like look back at your notes from this year, or look back at your goals that you set out to for the beginning of the year, and just think, what did I not nail yet? That would really make a big impact. Maybe you need to launch that course. Maybe you need to update your website. Maybe you need to launch a product or start a coaching business, launch a Facebook group, start a podcast. I don't know what that is for you, but take a hot minute and think, what do you want? So often I have clients that come to us and we end up coaching them through on what products they sell and what services they should offer. And it comes down to, what do you want to do? I got all kinds of ideas. We can roll this out 24 different ways, but I don't know what's in your head. I don't know what you want. So you have to decide. I can't give you that. So that's the first thing. The second thing is now that we know what we want, now we got to work backwards. So the next step is just to quickly brain dump, just word vomit all over the place. I use Voxer for this. If you know me and if you're connected with me on Voxer, my team will tell you, like, sometimes Jen just needs to talk it out. So I go to Voxer and I'll talk it through with the team member. So whatever that is, I want you just to get it out of your head and put it on paper. What does that look like? What are the key components involved? What do I need to figure out to make this happen? And just write everything down. Because that's the thing. Sometimes we don't take the time. That's like the hardest part about our business, is just giving ourselves some thinking time to figure things out. So just put it all on paper. Download it onto paper, on your tablet, in a list somewhere, but just map it all out. Don't make it look pretty. Be as quick as you can. Set a timer even, and put everything down on paper that you know about what needs to happen. And then start prioritizing that. And you might not see what all you have, or you might not know all the stages that what you're up against, but at least this gives you those guide points to start working toward. So let's say, for example, if it's a podcast that you want to launch, that's something that you've been wanting to do for your business and you haven't done it yet. And that would make a big difference because that would build massive awareness, right? And I mean, shoot, they're so much fun. So what would you do? So you would brain dump everything down. So I would say right on the top of the page, I would write launch podcast. Then I would start writing out, need a name. Where are we hosting it at? We need artwork. Do we do guests? Is it a solo show? Do we want sponsorship? How will guests sign up? Where will they follow it as? What platforms are we going to share this on? What am I going to be talking about? And then I would brainstorm some topics of shows, and I would brainstorm some topics of names, and I would just keep writing until I got a good page at least filled up. And then from there, we start prioritizing. Well, okay, so I need to get a name, because a name makes a difference, because I'll need to buy into like Libsyn. And if I don't have a website, then I want to launch a website for that to put up all the transcripts. So, and I just start working through my list, prioritizing what I got to do, right? And yes, this takes a little bit of time, but this is how you get things done. Sometimes it's great to just go and do things that's in your head. Oftentimes, we need a plan, because if you have a team, you can get help, right? Or if there's areas that are gray and you're not sure what to do, then you can ask somebody. But now you have the right information to ask the right questions to get results. So after you've mapped it out, then start putting milestones on those, some timelines on it. Okay, so if I'm going to launch this by December 25th, just picking up, I know that's Christmas. I think that's Christmas. And then work backwards. So if I'm going to launch it at this time, then I know I need to start promoting at this time. And I need to have my first episode this time. And then you just start working backwards, right? It's just about putting a plan together. It's how we break down projects. And too often we just leave it all in our head, but we don't map it out. So I want you just to take a few moments, and I hope this encourages you that you've got 90 days. You've got 90 days. That might not seem like a lot, but that's enough time to get something done and to move the needle in your business. So I cannot wait to hear what you do and what you want. And I want to reiterate that imperfect action should be your motto for the last 30 days or last 90 days. Just take action. It can be messy. It's okay. This past week, we were challenged by one of our clients that don't let perfection get in the way of completion. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're absolutely right. We're way over here and we're trying to do all these things. And all you need to do is just launch that puppy. And that spoke to me because we always say done is best. Just get it done. Done is best. And so often we try to package it and perfect it and work it out and make sure we have all the components and then run through all these scenarios and what's going to happen. And then we get stuck worrying about what's the best next step. The best next step is to freaking take action, to do something. And if you're really stuck, when's the best time to launch your project? Probably yesterday. When's the next best time? Today. So get busy. I hope that was helpful. I hope that was just enough kick in the pants to light a fuel under you and to get started, because I want to hear your success stories. I want to hear how you rocked the last bit of 2020 and that we were able to look back and say, heck yeah, Jen, I did this. I launched that course. I'm on podcast. Hey, now I want you to be a guest. Heck yeah, sign me up. All right, y'all. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. If you found this helpful, make sure that you message me, connect with me on Rainy Day Talks. You can connect with me on Jennifer Sikowski and Rainy Day Design. We would love to hear from you. Thank you. I want to give a special shout out to Mark Levander at Mark Levander Productions. He is the guy that makes all of this podcasting seamless. He's the one that comes in and fixes my lighting and talks to me about microphones. If you are someone who is in need of photography, videography, editing, production, streaming, anything right now, please contact Mark Levander Productions at marklevanderproductions.com.